Well, a nice November election day. I mean, hard to believe that it's early November. It could easily be the primary in late May with the temperatures we had out there this afternoon into the mid, even upper 70s. And tomorrow we're talking even warmer temperatures. Lexington's record high 77. That'll be in jeopardy. We got some rain chances increasing Thursday, which we'll take because we really need it, especially across southern southeast Kentucky. Pleasantly cool for the upcoming weekend. We had some cloudiness around. We were concerned about maybe a sprinkle or a passing shower. No issue with that. Had some clearing down south, but we're kind of filling the clouds back in with that frontal boundary just off to our northwest. Looking good in Richmond, our Bluegrass Pace Care Skyview HD camera network. EKU, we're at 70. Of course, with the sun setting as we speak here, temperatures backing off, still hanging in the 70s in most locations, 66 there in Moorhead. Farther west, they were dancing around the 80-degree mark this afternoon. That is where we will be tomorrow. There's your front, which is going to buckle back to the northeast as a warm front, and that will firmly put us in the warmer sector with that next system moving in, area of low pressure heading toward the western Great Lakes. So some clouds around this evening and overnight. I think most locations will be in the upper 50s to around 60 tomorrow morning, which is ironically where we should be for an afternoon high this time of the year. And then check that out tomorrow. Upper 70s to around 80. Just for some perspective here, as mentioned, the record high tomorrow, 77 set 3 years ago back in 2020, forecast high of 80. Now the latest 80-degree temperature on record here in Lexington, November 11th, 1959. So miss it by 3 days, and we've only had 10 total days, and they've been keeping records since the late 1870s that we have seen an 80-degree temperature or above that here in Lexington. All good things coming to an end fairly quickly this time of the year. Front moves in with some beneficial rainfall. Mid-60s for highs. Won't see much of a recovery with more of a northwest flow behind the boundary. But watch what happens on Friday. It's low tracks to our south, so that puts additional rainfall, especially along and south of the I-64 corridor. Much more like it as far as a reality check with mid-50s for highs. And you notice the rainfall totals, anything in blue, that's getting an inch, inch and a half, which would be great news considering the ongoing forest fire situation. A number of those have popped up over the last few days. Given the dry conditions, winds will not help at all tomorrow as they will gust 20 to 25 plus. And you see we're still in the moderate drought up and down the I-75 corridor, abnormally dry to the east, so we could use a little water in the ground. We'll get it for the end of the week, but it will clear out in time enough for the big game. Of course, Crimson Tide taking on the Cats at Kroger Field, high noon on Saturday. Senior Day, the final home game of the 2023 campaign, and it should be a pretty nice afternoon for this time of the year with temperatures pretty close to average just as we wrap up the game mid to late afternoon. A few clouds, mild tonight, upper 50s to around 60. How about 80 tomorrow? Record warrant, mostly sunny southwest winds, 15 to 20, gusting higher than that. The extended forecast. Weekend looks pretty good. Don't forget Veterans Day on Saturday. We'll have to watch Sunday. Some of the model data want to throw some moisture up our way with maybe a shower late into Sunday night. But after that, we're looking good early next week with highs in the upper 50s and low 60s.